And there into the stretch, and Justify comes roaring home to a raucous Belmont Park with 1 furlong to go. Gronkowski and Hofberg trying to run him down. Vino Rosso is fourth. Justify is still there. He's just perfect, and now he's immortal. Justify is the 13th Triple Crown winner. Justify has done it! And indeed, the powerful chestnut stallion had done it. The year was 2018, and not since 1882 had a horse won without racing as a 2-year-old, and Justify was no 2-year-old. He was 3 and hung, and had just broken a 136-year-old curse. He lifted his horse head to the sky, wind fingering his mane, sun kissing his neck, and horse urine raining down on him in piss play celebration from the horse-filled stands of Belmont Park. Justify bathed in the golden glory, surrounded by mares and fillies and dames too, all rejoicing in the landmark event. I love you, Justify! Nay, I'm a horse! A mare called out to the steed. Have my ponies! Another cried, flashing Justify her big horse breasts. Put your horse cock in my ass! Another pleaded, lifting her ponytail, presenting her puckered horse asshole to the winner. Horses were throwing themselves all over the stud, and why wouldn't they? Just look at that horse. Strong legs, broad shoulders, a powerful neck, a large body, and a cock so long and girthy that it was a mystery how he didn't trip over it on the track. Black Beauty had nothing on this king. Whoa, boy, came a voice from above. It was Justify's jockey, Mike Smith, who just became the oldest jockey to win the Triple Crown title at 52. Mike dismounted Justify, held his head in his hands, and peered into the steed's eyes. You did it, boy. You dared the others, and you gave it to them. You gave it to them hard. Oh, you were so hard. And for that, I'm presenting you with this carrot. And what appeared in front of Justify was the longest, girthiest, veiniest carrot he had ever seen. His horse jaw dropped at the sight of the anaconda carrot. Please, said Mike, take it. Take it all. Justify wrapped his moist horse lips around the carrot's big tip. Attaboy, cooed Mike. What a reward, thought Justify. Mike, with one hand on the enormous carrot, rhythmically pushing it in and out of Justify's deep horse throat, reached his other hand around to Justify's dripping horse cock. You like that, don't you, boy? Mike asked as he jerked off the stallion. Justify loved it. He whinnied in ecstasy as he took the whole carrot while thrusting into Mike's hand. Then right as he ate the whole carrot, he came. He came a lot. He came enough horse cum that Alan Strang wouldn't have to go grocery shopping for a week. Equus, anyone? Horses truly are majestic animals. Ready to take the podium, Mike asked. Justify nodded as Mike took out a rag, mopped up the cum puddle, then shoved the semen-soaked rag into his own mouth. Mike deserved a treat, too. Justify trotted to the winner's pedestal for his awards. Cameras flashed as Justify, with great effort, pushed his head through the massive, tight bush of a rose wreath. He then posed for sexy pictures, which would litter every horse girl's bedroom's walls in days to come. Finally, erotic horse models came out wearing little horse thongs. And presented him a gigantic check for $2.94 million. That's a lot of oats. Speech, 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 chanted the audience. Nay, nay, I couldn't. Okay, fine. I must thank my trainer, Brafford, Glenwood Farm in Kentucky, where I was bred, and my father, Scat Daddy. Yes, that's his real name, and yes, he was known for his terrific ass. Google it! I wouldn't be here without my shit-loving father. Tears filled our hero's eyes as fond memories flooded his mind of him and his father galloping through fields. His father teaching him to throw a horse football. Him walking in on his mother and father mid-hot Carl. Justify screaming and running away because he just didn't understand. His father running after him while ripping the saran wrap off his face to sit Justify down and explain. His father giving him a book on horse tantric sex and a box of Trojan horse condoms. Then his father dying from a heart attack at the age of 11 while going out to get some hay. He was too young. Justify wished he was still with him today. May he rest in peace. The crowd applauded the speech. Then the procession finished, the park cleared out, and Justify shook the final hands and hooves. But instead of leaving in his car, a 2017 Ford Mustang, and driving home to his mansion, which was just a huge barn, Justify wanted to take in the track one last time. He reminisced about all he accomplished. The Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and now Belmont Stakes. Then, a sultry Australian voice called out, "Nice job out there, stallion." Justify turned to face the tiny mare. It was Enos Hill. Though small, she had a reputation as a very fast racehorse. Let's just say she got around then more than just a truck. Why is it always the pedigrees that are the wild ones? She twitched her tail, emphasizing her curvaceous hindquarters, and flipped her mane while batting her eyes at Justify. "Everyone's gone, Enos Hill." "I know. Hope it's all right that I'm around. I see what kind of horse you are, mate. A race ends and everyone loves you and you're so gracious, but then by the end of the night you're by yourself, and when a mare like me sees such a stud like you alone, well, I get worried. I don't want you to be lonely. You of all horses shouldn't be lonely." Enos Hill softly stepped up to the stallion, lifted her horse mouth to his erect ears, and whispered, "Are you lonely, Justify?" Justify looked deep into her eyes, heat radiating off of both of their coats. "I'm so lonely." And we're off, and it's Justify and Enos Hill neck and neck necking. She's nibbling his erect ears while rubbing her horse pussy. Yes, she's stimulating herself. Justify's elated. He's in heaven. He is so hard. Now it's Enos Hill spinning Justify around and shoving her long horse tongue into his asshole. And look at Justify. He's being dominated. His eyes are popping out of his skull. And now he's turning, and what's this? Enos Hill has flipped over onto her back. These horses are doing good old missionary. Go, horses, go! In and out, in and out. And now it's 69, and wow, Justify's whole horse head is buried in that horse vagina. What a vagina! His hurricane tongue is working that horse clicking. I don't know how much longer Enos Hill can hold out. This has to be the home stretch. Who's gonna come first? Is it gonna be Justify or Enos Hill? Enos Hill or Justify? And it's Justify, taking it by a thrust, and listen to those horses roar. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Enos Hill retired back in Australia. Her and Justify are the Dam and Sir of Learning to Fly, who actually just won the Royal Randwick this past March. Justify retired after winning the Triple Crown, and he's the only undefeated Triple Crown winner.